Most of us were handed a money story we didn't necessarily choose, but at some point we realized we want a different relationship. Not just we want more money, but we want to feel differently in how we relate to money. Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome. This series is part of my journey into sovereignty and soul-rooted clarity. And in this three-part wealth energetic series, I'm sharing some of my actual frameworks and practices that I use to rebuild my relationship with money. In the first video, we looked at the roots, your nervous system, lineage, your survival strategies around money. Today, we begin to rebuild. What do you actually want your relationship with money to feel like? Let's explore this a little bit. Most of us inherited default relationships with money through family, media, caretakers. But have you ever actually taken the time to ask yourself, what do I want my relationship with money to feel like? Supported, grounded, sacred, expansive, stable. This is your opportunity to stop letting money happen to you and instead decide how you want it to live with you. Here is a journaling prompt that's going to really help you reveal what type of relationship you want with money. If your relationship with money was a dynamic between people, what's your current vibe? What kind of relationship do you want instead? Once you name the feeling that you want, you can now start to name your North Star. This isn't a number. This is a frequency, a vision, a new blueprint. Your North Star could have a number, but don't let that be the only thing. Numbers can change at any point with our market and depending on where we live and if things cost more or if things cost less. So the number shouldn't be the main driver. It should be this vision, this frequency. And if you want to attach a number because you're a numbers person, that's fine, but don't let that be the thing that's the North Star on its own. Mine includes words like simplicity, generosity, sovereignty, peace. These remind me that I don't want money to control me or define me. I want to be in relation with money. I want to work with it as a sacred ally. This North Star becomes your filter. Whenever scarcity comes up, you can go back to your North Star and remember the truth of what you're creating. And that helps you make aligned decisions and take aligned action in your life. Here is a journaling prompt. What are 3 to 5 words that you want your relationship with money to reflect here on out? Now let's talk about values rooted in circulation. We often focus on how to make more money. That's what we see on social media. That's what we're constantly thinking about, how to increase our income, how to increase our income. But how you spend, receive, and hold money matter just as much. This is where you root into your values. What are you currently funding with your energy, with your attention, with your money? Are your choices currently feeding that future you want to live in? Or are you feeding the one you're trying to escape? When I started my Q1 no buy, which I'm doing now, I didn't do it to restrict or punish myself. I did it to reset and become very intentional and observant of where my money was going. This is reminding me that I get to choose where my money goes intentionally. If you want me to make a video about my no buy, the first month went amazing. Right now I'm in February and it's going really well. And it's created so much clarity around how I was coping with anxiety or, frustration through overconsumption. If you want me to make a short video about my no buy, let me know. I would love to do it. I've learned so much about myself and my habits and sometimes how I was using money to try to become the version of me versus actually becoming the version of me. So let me know if you want me to make a video about that. But now let me share this next journaling prompt. What values do you want your money to express? Where might your money habits be out of sync of what you say you care about? Now let's talk about identity recalibration. This is where it gets subtle but really potent. You are becoming someone new and your relationship with money has to catch up. There's a version of you that already holds money in a different way, has different standards, different boundaries, and a different nervous system baseline. You don't have to become her overnight. You just start tuning into her voice and stop reinforcing the old you with every decision you make. Every small aligned act becomes a vote for this new version of you. Here's a journaling prompt for this one. What version of you is emerging in your money story? How does she think? save, spend, receive, and say no. Redefining your relationship with money is not a one-time journaling session. This is an ongoing, beautiful relationship that you get to cultivate. It's a recalibration every single time. It's a return to a deeper truth. It is a new agreement with yourself. Let it be slow, let it be sacred, let it be you, and also let it be fun. This work can sometimes feel a little bit heavy, but it can actually be fun once you're like, okay, I'm sovereign. Look at what I did with these numbers. Look at how I created this, abundance in my bank account, or look how I'm actually making decisions with my money of what I actually value, the companies that align with my values. It turns into a really beautiful, fun journey that allows you to express more and more of yourself. Something that I'm learning on my no buy is that I am defining my sense of personal style. I realized that I was just buying clothing items that don't actually resonate with, me and my self-expression. They look nice. They look nice on other people, but is it really me? So I'm learning about style now and like what is my signature style, and I'm playing around with that and using a little bit of energy work. So it can be really, really fun. In the next video, we're going to bring this into form, and I'm going to guide you on one of the practices that I do that I love so much. And that's creating your own money date ritual so that your relationship with money doesn't just live in your journal. It lives on your calendar, it lives in your habits, it lives in your body. If this video supported you and you're interested in creating your own money date ritual, let me know in the comments. I would love for you to also share your North Star if you feel called, or you can just, whisper it to yourself, but lean into this. This is something that's really started to shift, again, how I relate to money, how I experience it, and starting to do this work. There's been a lot of change and alchemy within a short period of time. So this work works. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you if you watched this until the end, and I will see you on the next one.